Welcome to RE Uncut. Our daily shows are supported by Printforce, Shore Agents, Rockend and CoreLogic.
Hello once again. Well, every property has a story, and telling that story in a very personal way makes the property more desirable. But Shannan Whitney warns that you shouldn't do it in a way that makes you feel good and safe. Doing it that way is just doing it the same as every other agent. Shannan Whitney explains his thinking behind property storytelling. He does that today with Dean Yeo. He'll be back in just a moment.
Your business card is a vital selling tool and a constant visual reminder of who you are, what you do, and more importantly, how you can be contacted. Introducing our new Velvet business cards, featuring a luxurious premium laminate that has a velvet texture and is soft to the touch. Printed on a resilient 450 GSM card, these cards can be printed with a range of spot gloss and foiling options to give your office that prestigious look.
G'day Shannan, welcome back.
Hey Dino, day 5. Nice to see you, mate.
Day 5. We can see that finish line in there. Now, we talk about, or you do, when you're dealing with properties, you're talking about stories. So how is it that you embrace stories within your properties?
Yeah, it's good. Look, it's a good question. As an agent, one of the things that we learned very early on is there is a focus and a priority given from agents and from vendors to try and create a property or create a certain experience that looks as good as we can make it. So the vendor, for example, will often, and the agent will often try and manipulate and create the way a house looks. And typically they'll do that, with styling, or they'll do that, in other ways. Or, what they'll often do is they'll take a lot of their own personalised stuff out, or they'll add a lot of stuff in. And the agent has a lot of influence on that too, right? Because we want to feel safe. We want to feel like we know how these things or how these properties should be presented to the world. This is our job. We've done it for years. Everyone does it the same, and really we want to play a big role in that. I guess from my experience, what you find is that when you turn the mirror around on the buyer side, the buyers don't see it the same way that agents see it, and they don't see it the same way that vendors see it. And therefore, what we do is we tend to make decisions and we tend to focus on the wrong people when we're thinking about this problem. So what we did and what we focused on was to try and remove the agent from that situation. And what we really tried to do was try and look at what are we faced with here, and what sort of experience do we have, both who is the owner, what's their life like, how do they live in a property, what are some of the interesting aspects to that, as opposed to simply taking everything out and filling it full of white and grey furniture that all the stylists will do and put a cockatoo on the wall. Now we do that because our observations and our experience is that's what engages an audience. And engagement from an audience is really what we're trying to achieve. So really what we did was we looked at, rather than doing things based on the real estate solution to this, we brought in skilled and experienced people in these areas. So we didn't just bring in professional photographers. We have 4 artists who work for us on our books. Now these are artists who have educated, trained, and really, photography is their life. Their job is to help us depict the story of this particular property. What's the ownership like? What are some of the interesting aspects to it? We use copy, in a certain way that is more focused on authenticity and delivering facts and information as opposed to embellishing or making creative and ridiculous kind of comments about the panoramic view that you get from the corner of the lounge room. That really isn't the sort of thing that does engage an audience. And I think from our point of view, we've really focused on how we can deliver stories about the properties we represent purely because we think it improves engagement.
And I think that's a cracker point, because all they got to do is walk in there and it's authentic, so they can help trust you because you're actually calling it as you see it and of the story that's behind it.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Shannon. You've done a great job this week.
Okay, see you later, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
The daily RE Uncut shows are supported by Printforce, Shore Agents, Rock End and CoreLogic. RE Uncut is one of the anchor shows at retplus.com, the home of property.